Hello everyone, I am Yefepido, and I'm back for part 4 of Manacasters. So, let's see here. I guess Ice Storm, it says unit, so I assume that doesn't apply to buildings, sorry to say. I'm probably going to be either very happy or very unhappy that the Acid Fireball, I assume it won't break cracked tiles since it doesn't do damage. And alright, so let me see here. Well, Roach, Swarmer, Hornet, Raging Sand, Crab, Thunderbug. I mean, it could be worse, I guess. Alright, so let's see. Excavate, this one, generally not a hard mission. This one, much as I dislike mites, alright, so I assume I'm doing and along the bottom. Well, what else is there to say? Wow, 2 Thunderbugs. I mean, not that I am super upset about Thunderbugs, generally speaking. Do I want to bait them? Guess it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, good. I'd like this guy to not be up. I mean, Thunderbugs aren't usually too hard to push away from the cluster of buildings, but I'd just as soon have them target something that can move away. I quite agree, Muffin. Oh, hey, oh, wow, this is getting... Alright, how far does Earthmech move? Can it get over... Oh, it could get over here and just launch this Thunderbug into the water. That's pretty good. Now, what do I want here? The mineral positioning is a little awkward. I guess I could just go over here and run this way, and then next turn go this way, but that wouldn't quite get 6. I don't know. Anyway, so could ignore this Thunderbug if I got and this Swarmer, certainly. This Hornet's the single, actual, real, serious problem, I guess. Which is, always nice not having too many problems. Yeah, it's just a little inconvenient for the driller, but... I guess since I have 4 turns, if I go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, I'm good. Anyway, one way or another, I'm getting this guy out of the way. Anyway, so... Oh, right, I'm gonna end up freezing someone. I almost forgotten. So, presuming I get Dualcaster Mech out of the way somewhere, I could just... Oh, right, that's... I mean, honestly, yeah, that's a valid choice. Freeze one of the buildings and, you know, just ice that loser. And then, although it would be tempting to knock him over. Actually, yeah, I could instead do, like, this, in which case his frozen ass would actually die, wouldn't he? Because the Swarmer would hit twice. And that's kind of funny. And then, suppose I could have Dualcaster end up here and shoot this guy to put him sideways onto the spawn. So he burns and then spawn dies. That's not too bad. Can I do better than that? Maybe, but, effort. And for my next trick... Now something else needs to get frozen, but I think that's okay. How far does... Oh, I could actually have Earth Mech. Wow. Much as I normally hate stepping on acid, yeah, I could just toss the Thunderbug in the water. And meanwhile... And then... wait, there's got the ice. I should probably do ice something else first. Could just do like this. Feels a bit of a weak move, but kind of funny, and I gotta freeze something. And then... I don't know, I could have dual cast or go for the Scion, but I almost don't care about Raging Scions. So I may as well instead put acid on a couple tiles, since acid takes precedence over the fire. Skilled and, well, finisher. You know, oh, I probably should have, no, putting Earth Mech behind these so we could shield buildings may not be worth it when he could instead be launching them into the water. Excuse me. Okay, well, annoying. Alright, so sadly, Earth Mech can't handle this crab. Yeah, if he does this, the crab would just end up shooting a different set of buildings. Not acceptable. I suppose Earth Mech could just... Well... If he did this... Oh, it would actually kill the Hornet and shield both buildings from the crab, which is kind of hilarious. The other problem is I really need to get the driller somewhere where he can get another set, one more mineral. Of course, I could instead go... Yeah. Alright, I'm inclined to have Earth Mech do the thing I just said, but... And then I can, I guess I could have Frost Mech do like this, actually. That works pretty well. And then, can Dualcaster do anything to the crab with if he's getting out of the driller's way? I could just move the driller here, because then there's spots here he can get next turn, instead of trying to get all the way over. If he does this... Well, I mean, it isn't going to hurt anything, actually. Or I could just have him set up, put acid on that tile, let the crab have its fun, and then next turn the driller will have no problems. I feel deeply vindicated in putting acid on things now. Alright, so, Yeah, could just toss that guy aside, but, the roach doesn't even matter, does he? Oh, the griller is massive. I was wondering if sending him this way is gonna put him in the water, but I suppose it doesn't matter. I guess my work here is done. Just as the man says. Anyway. Mites it is, I suppose. Alright, well, the Thunderbug's gonna go where he pleases, I suppose, but maybe I can bait the Hornet? I don't... Normally I wouldn't want a cluster like this, but I think when I'm dealing with Thunderbugs and the Hornet, may as well. Besides, the Hornet's probably not going over here, so there's not much point in putting my one flyer up yonder. Oh, right. Pod. Oh, fuck me, that's a lot of death tiles. Alright, so, I guess Earthmech could get over here and launch this roach onto a death tile. That would work pretty neatly. This Hornet's already dead, and just hasn't bothered to figure it out yet. Dualcaster could put this roach onto the spawn, which, wait, no, he can't, because he'd be bouncing into a building. I guess Earthmech could launch that guy over here, but, yeah, I could have, Okay, hang on. The two roaches are the ones who need to go. So... I could do like this with this roach, and then have Earthmech do the other one onto the death tile. And have... Then I could have Dualcaster, I guess, repair, since he can't take a hit, and I don't think losing the shield would, remove the mites. Although it is kind of tempting to set the Thunderbug on fire. No, wait, there's not a good angle to do it from. Oh well, what can you do? Now I just need Earthmech to be uninfested. Oh, I thought tremors were gonna mean... Shit, I should have read that. It looked like the rock falling icon. That's my mistake. Now I feel a little dumb. Not a lot dumb, but... Oh wow, that's... few too many things. Okay, so let's see. I could do that, which is amusing, but on the other hand... If I do the... Oh, no, wait. It's not going far enough. Now, I could do this, actually. I kind of like that just because it takes out one Vec, and... Hey, that's actually a triple solve, isn't it? Then I could, well, I could just go here and, freeze this bad boy. Then... I don't know, I'd be inclined to put the... Yeah, probably set the Thunderbug or someone on fire. But I really need to get Earthmech fixed soon. I mean, have the mites removed, I mean, of course. But in the meantime, this is probably too good a move to pass up. I could also take out the... or not take out, but I mean rather, shove the roach aside. Now, actually, I could also have Dualcaster do the Hornet. Burn pushing him over here. And then have him freeze, I don't know, one of them? Does it matter? Probably Thunderbug. Thunderbug, I think, is the more dangerous. And it's... Plus, this would put Frostmech less out of position. And the roach will just have to be tolerated for a moment. Still feels like an awful lot of Vec roaming around. Guess I spoke too soon. Maybe not soon enough. Wow, okay. I'm popular. Alright, so let me see here. Now, this guy's dead if I want him dead. Although, no, I don't want to, well... Okay, so I could flip the roach into the water and spawn black with... Oh, I got acid on Earthmech, so the mites are done. Great. Didn't even notice. Now, this slot doesn't matter that much. I could just spawn black and freeze them. That's getting kind of cramped, but it is funny. Anyway, I probably could still do this with that guy, because why not? I guess freezing a bunch of dudes on this penultimate turn may not be so bad. Because I could kill him and freeze him, lunk him into the water, Dualcaster drops him, and the other Swarmer can, you know, chill. Who cares about him? Oh, wow. Good thing I have a flyer on that one. What a weird mess this setup is. Yeah, who even cares? Okay, yeah, I don't actually want to be doing that just yet. Why bother when I can just, you know, kill him? And all's good, I guess. I think I've said this before, but can you imagine having to clean up after a battle when there's a whole bunch of, like, giant monsters frozen lying around your damn city? Oh, hey, Vec hormones. I believe I was low on passives. So sure, why not? Don't know how often I'll get use of it, but I'll take it. And this one's a classic. Hopefully Earthmech doesn't stamp out the fossilized Vec. I assume probably not, but I don't know how it works. Okay, well, I don't think I can completely block off the Thunderbugs. Oh, well, that one can't get anywhere. This one since he's not massive, I actually could block him off from buildings if I put everyone on it, I guess. Like that. I don't know if it's worth doing, but it does keep him out of my hair briefly. I probably could have thought that one through better vis-a-vis hornets, but anyway, okay, so the thunderbugs don't matter. The hornet matters quite a bit. Now, of course I can just toss the hornet wheresoever I like. Actually, oh, hey, I could, freeze them all. That would get a little awkward, but it would also freeze 3 Vec right now. Thus, freeing me up to do other things. Then I could have Dualcaster shove this crab over somewhere. Here, I guess. And then get the excavator here somewhere. This is going to be weird, but, you know, whatever works. What even is this setup? Actually, I could also just spawn block here and freeze this guy. How ridiculous is this? Well, no reason not to use the tools I'm given. If I had room to hit this guy, I would, but I'll just, somewhere. Does it really matter? Okay, well, that makes this part easier. I should probably put this guy somewhere. Is this guy massive? Oh, well. See ya. So, yeah. Well. Now these little shits have offended me. Alright, am I clear on... yeah. Because I can. Oh, that wasn't even the last turn. Okay. Anyway, do I... I may as well give him the health. Why not? Uh, this actually might be a little tricky, considering I believe Earthmech only damages tiles with enemies. Dualcaster doesn't do damage. I guess Frostmech hits 2 tiles, but whatever. Challenge accepted. Why the hell not? Maybe I can bait them? Where do I... Actually, I should put Earthmech there and Dualcaster somewhere. I don't know. Here, maybe? I don't actually want him to get blocked in completely. Maybe here. Would here be better? Just to see if I can get crabs to shoot here. Nothing's ideal, but... I mean, there is no ideal when you're trying to do chasms and only one of your mechs flies, but... Not what I asked for. Okay, so I could do... Oh, yeah, and that would, well... Would it freeze the buildings, too? Yeah, I don't actually care if it freezes or shields them. This one... I suppose I'd want to knock the crab over onto here so he at least hits a tile. Okay, so if I push the this crab onto the spawn, he'll break one of the chasms open at least. Or I could just launch him into the water. But, you know, if it works, it works. And yeah, it does not look like it'll... This guy... I guess I could... Frostmech could just shove both these guys over here. Which would get really awkward, honestly, but at least they'd be out of... You know, not doing what I don't want them to. Then theoretically, Earthmech could get here and launch this guy back here, damaging him and breaking that tile. And then Dualcaster, I guess, could knock this guy left. Does that work? I don't love it. Actually, I guess if I'm freezing both these guys, I could get the spawn tile while I'm at it. Oh, holy shit, I keep forgetting I could angle... like this. Could I always do that and I just wasn't paying attention? Fuck my life. With that in mind, I could do this, couldn't I? If I did that, then what? Then I guess Earthmech could launch this guy into the water and Dualcaster could shove this guy, I think? Is there a safe angle to do that from, though? I don't know that there is. No, wait, sideways, right. Alright, let's make sure everything... But, again, I think freezing these two also works. So, you know. I don't know, I do like the idea of killing one, but on the other hand, fuck it, why not? Oh wait, if I put this guy over... Yeah, okay. So if I push this guy over here, that's fine, and I can... Alright. No part of this is going to be ideal at all. Really? Really? Okay. Okay, so how do I do this? I guess if I do this, that's 2 cracked tiles right now. And this guy doesn't really matter. Of course, this is making it really hard for Dualcaster to do much, but I could then kill this guy and... Yeah, okay, I could get over here with Dualcaster, and if I push this guy onto the spawn, he'll break this tile. And then I'm not doing too badly on tiles if you, ignore the awful mess I'm making of everything. So, guess I can break that one from here now. And then do that. And then I'm clear. And the fact that, you know, there's no longer a floor will no longer matter. Alright. Alright, anything I can do here? Nope. Need the other one. Okay, I'm sure I can take him. Right, guys? Yeah? How do I probably want Earth Mech somewhere around here, right? Maybe in hopes of launching something into the water. Okay, that's inconvenient. Alright, so the boss is aiming... Okay, he burns 4 tiles but only shoots that way. But I need something to be in his way if he's hitting there. I could... I don't know, do I have a good way to... Okay, Earth Mech's actually stuck, that's a problem. I was actually thinking of pushing this guy into the, water, much as I hate doing that to the boss. I guess if I... Now, if I did this, well, he'd freeze, actually. Actually, if I do this, well, no, again, he'd freeze. I don't really want him frozen, just... Okay, the crab probably should just be... The easiest way to solve this crab would be to push him aside, and quite possibly, yeah, freeze him. But I'd really like to set the boss on fire and or acid. Now... But yeah, if I had Dualcaster act first and shove this guy frozen over there, I think he'll end up frozen. Then I could have Earth Mech launch the gastropod back here, damaging him and letting him take this guy out. And could, as a bonus, have Frost Mech just do like this and give him a good stab. just in case there's any doubt about who is boss around here. Let me see, does this... Okay, so he ends up on acid ice, which sounds deeply unpleasant, not gonna lie. Alright, and then could just do this. Alright, that'll have to do. I feel like there should have been a cleaner way to do that, but it was satisfying and that's what matters. Excuse me. Alright, so this time Earthmech can move. Can this... Not quite enough for the crab, but it's not too bad. Now Dualcaster could just shove this guy aside. Alright, honestly, the boss doesn't hardly matter here. I could have... Alright, that would solve two, but then what? Yeah, actually, I kind of want to do this with Frostmech just because Earthmech can't solve them both. And that's what matters. So I'm thinking I'll have Dualcaster handle this, and then Earthmech can clean up the boss with some added shields in the bargain. And, alright, good enough. Essentially 3-Vec plus the Scion next turn. And some loser who doesn't know he's already dead. Oh my. So, let's see. Could just yeet one of them over there. Might not be the wrong move. Now, actually, if Dualcaster pushes one away and one to the side, then that's cleaning them both up neatly enough. Could also do this, which isn't needed, but does get more shields out. You know, in case I needed that stuff. Actually, if I do this, it's pretty funny. And solve the roach, although I'm probably going to kill the roach anyway. And that Thunderbug's dead. So, I could have Frostmech go kill the roach, or I could kill the Thunderbug right now. I guess technically the Thunderbug is more threatening, but... Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Thunderbug. Fuck that thing. Thunderbugs rarely feel like a major problem for me. Kind of like mantises. Most of the time they're not so bad, and then once in a while they get stuck in a position where it's really hard to keep them from damaging something. Okay, fancy. So, let's see. Could do this one, or actually it could also do this one. That feels good. I like that one. Got that style. Attack order 3-4. Was it? Was it really? Now, what have I got? Ooh, another passive. Okay, Deflector Ray? I do not recognize that weapon. Is that vanilla? Well, whatever. Okay, presuming I'm using the storm generator, because, you know, why not? So that gives me 3 cores I could use. 2. I could use up to 5 cores if I can get them. Can I get that many? Guess not. Is it even worth upgrading the storm generator? I kind of want to. Vec hormones are more likely to come into play, but... Oh wait, I didn't buy it yet. Oh my, I forgot I had a spare core on him. Them? I don't know what about Mafan's gender, if any. Alright, so... Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, thank you for watching, and join me next time for the final battle.